Hi Ghosties, and welcome to another Spooky Sunday. Today's topic is Stokesay Castle, which is one of the finest surviving fortified manor houses in England, largely built in its present form in the late 13th century by Lawrence of Ludlow. On the earlier castle, some of which still survives, founded by its original owners, the de Lacy family, from whom it passed to their Verdurden heirs, who retained feudal overlordship of Stokesay until at least 1317. Lawrence of Ludlow was one of the leading wool merchants in England, who intended it to form a secure private house and generate income as a commercial estate. Lawrence's descendants continued to own the castle until the 16th century, when it was passed through various private owners. By the time of the outbreak of the First English Civil War in 1642, Stokesay was owned by William Craven, 1st Earl of Craven, a supporter of King Charles I. After the Royalist war effort collapsed in 1642, a thank you to the Siege of Gloucester, parliamentary forces besieged the castle in June and quickly forced its garrison to surrender. Parliament ordered the property to be slighted, but only minor damage was done to the walls, allowing Stokesay to continue to be used as a house by the Baldwin family until the end of the 17th century. In the 18th century, the Baldwins rented the castle out for a range of agricultural and manufacturing purposes. Falling into disrepair, and the antiquarian John Britton noted during his visit in 1813 that it had been abandoned to neglect and rapidly advancing to ruin. Restoration work carried out in the 1830s and 1850s by William Craven, the 2nd Earl of Craven. In 1869, the Craven estate, then heavily in debt, was sold to the wealthiest industrialist, John Darby Allcroft, who paid for another round of extensive restoration during the 1870s. Both owners attempted to limit any alterations to the existing buildings during their conservation work, which was unusual for this period. The castle became a popular location for tourists and artists and was formally opened to paying visitors in 1908. Allcroft's descendant fell into financial difficulties during the early 20th century, however, and it became increasingly difficult for them to cover the cost of maintaining Stokesay. In 1986, Allcroft finally agreed to place Stokesay Castle into the guardianship of English Heritage, and the castle was left to the organisation on her death in 1992. English Heritage carried out extensive restoration of the castle in the late 1980s. In the 21st century, the castle continues to be operated as a tourist attraction. As for spirit-wise, we have plenty of spirits, including one that was caught by Google Street View. Now, when I went in, the places I felt most attracted to, the cellar was awesome because you can still see the circles of where the barrels would have been from when they had all the ale. I felt energy in there. So the rooms I felt energy were the first floor of the North Tower, the hall, and the solar room is my favourite room out of the whole building because that fireplace is just absolutely stunning. The Google Street View shows the torso of a person in one of the windows on the lower right-hand side. There's also the ghost of a notorious 1700s highwayman. There's an apparition of an old lady smoking a clay pipe and a poltergeist who throws stock from the shelves in the shop. Have you ever been to Stokesay Castle and experienced anything? You'll have to let me know. Until next time, Ghosties, thank you very much for joining me. Okay, bye!